Hey folks, Crazy Climber Rider here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called Biomechanical Toy, and this was created by a company called Zeus and licensed to Gaelco in 1995. And both are Spanish companies, I believe, and this might not have been released in the US, probably just Europe. I definitely never heard of it before. This was suggested by YouTube user Commander QUUHOD. And really, it's kind of a cool game. There's some cool things about it. There's some frustrating things about it, but the gist of the plot is there is like a bad guy toy known as Scrubby, and he's trying to rob the magic pendulum from this toy kingdom. And there he is. There's Scrubby. A lot of weirdly named characters in this game. And Relic is the cuckoo clock that guards the pendulum. And the Scrubby guy succeeds in stealing the magic pendulum. The hero of the game, played by you, is this kind of greaser-looking guy with greasy hair and shades on. And he's got a automatic weapon. And he goes around shooting up all the bad guys. And there's a total of 10 different areas that he goes through. And he just shoots the hell out of all the bad guys. Don't worry too much about running out of bullets. There's always opportunities to get more, and you collect a bullet icon, and that's actually a magazine that holds 100 bullets. Ingas is your name. Like I was saying, there's some weirdly named characters in this game. But the first level is Crazy West, and this is supposed to be like the Wild West, although it doesn't really resemble the Old West, or Wild West. Whenever you see a crate, shoot it. You will often collect more magazines. And you'll see in the bottom right it says 3. I have 3 magazines with, 100 bullets each. So you really... it's tough to run out of bullets, really. Sometimes you can collect familiars that'll help you, and I collected the buffoon Kurlik, I think his name was, and they'll shoot when you shoot. Well, he shoots on the ground and fires off this wave. They don't last very long, unfortunately, so they're not a whole lot of help. You'll often come across mushroom things that'll springboard you upwards. And this flying guy will release helpful items. See, they give me bonus points, or they raise my energy. But you can really score in this game. You can score a lot of points. This resembles more of a chessboard than the Old West. Many small enemies you will be able to jump on their heads. This annoying flower creature appears often in the game, and you will face a lot of mini-bosses. You can't bounce on those bombs that he's throwing at you. And this guy coming up here is spitting out these purple balloons. And those purple balloons can either release helpful items when you shoot them, or you can bounce on the purple balloons and go up to a higher area. But yeah, anytime you see those crates, shoot them. That thing on the bottom left, that icon that I picked up just recently, I don't know what the hell it does for you, I'm sorry. But the boss of this level is a queen chess piece. And she will appear on one side, fire a spell or something at you, and then reappear on the other side. And sometimes she will change into a different type of enemy. And you're supposed to duck under her spells, but it doesn't always work. Sometimes you still get hit. That's a bunch of crap. And here she changes into this mini boss here. And now she's back to the queen. You'll find that she's almost dead. Ah, god damn it. As she changes into this boxing chess piece. See, I was ducking. That's bullshit. It ended up hitting me anyway. This guy punches the ground, and you need to not be standing on it when he punches it. Finally. You can bounce on the raised ground if you're in the air and land on it, but you can't just be standing on it. I go into this gigantic mouth. Well, the next level is Chest Valley. But yeah, there's a total of 10 levels. This game is kind of longish. Not super, super long, but yeah, learn to rapid fire. I mean, like, wail on the fire button. Do not let this enemy get close to you, or else they'll use their cleaver or hatchet or whatever they got in their hand on you. But yeah, learn to just wail on the fire button. It's really helpful, and don't spare the ammo. God damn it. Unfortunately, I reappeared right here. I do not like this chess guy that's punching the ground. Sometimes he tries to make you fly at him. But at any rate, yeah, I don't like those sun-like guys that bounce at you and you have to shoot them and they break into smaller guys. I released another familiar. This one is a genie. There are numerous familiars in this game, but none of them last terribly long, and they disappear after a while, and they're not super helpful anyway. I'm not entirely sure what those lighters do. I don't know that they make your shot any stronger. Oh, maybe they do. Yeah, I guess they do. But there is another type of shot upgrade that's 1,000,000 times better. But it doesn't last very long, which is too bad because it could be super damaging to the bosses. But anytime you see a crate, blow it up and pick up the contents, because it's probably going to be more magazines. But that icon on the bottom left, I'm sorry, I do not know what it does for you. Yeah, those stupid flowers, I hate them. But there are now opportunities to fall off ledges to your death, so watch out for that. Another mini-boss there. And again, this giant mouthed guy will spit out those balloons, and oftentimes if you bounce on them, you can go up to an area that has some nice bonus items that are worth a lot of points. You can really score some points in this game. Now here you have to watch out. There are going to be some, well, not here you don't have to watch out, but yeah, right here. There are going to be these darts and you can get nailed. But you have to keep jumping up them to get to the top. Those stupid pterodactyl things get really annoying later in the game. I've definitely not heard of this one before, and here's that. Ah, crap. Ouch. Yeah, I'll continue. I like the TP made out of playing cards. That's how you take care of that chess piece character. Yeah, there will be items that boost your energy level back up, and it'll show like heart X amount percent, you know, that your energy went back up. But yeah, learn to wail on the button as hard as you can and as fast as you can to shoot properly at especially at the bosses, to take them out quickly. Yeah, I hate this guy here. But those smaller enemies, you can likely bounce on their head to get to the lucrative bonus prizes higher up or whatever. It's such a strange game, but it's really quite playable. It's kind of fun. But later on in the game, it gets really challenging. Collect those extra magazines whenever you can. And that guy right there, he will often drop very helpful items. Those caterpillars look like moving cigarette butts. Now this part, you want to pick up this weapon here, because this really boosts up your weapon and makes it explosive. And you can sometimes collect bombs that act as smart bombs. These kind of float upwards. This is kind of an interesting part of the level here. When you get an extra life, the game will tell you when your next bonus life, when you can get your next bonus life. Yeah, you can bounce on those purple balloons, but one of them gave me fries for extra energy. Now this boss, you have to watch out for his watch out for his homing missiles, and then watch out for his bombs. You have to stand in between them, and then shoot him whenever you can. Crap. Now it is kind of nice that when you die and you have to face the boss again, they don't get their energy refilled. I think they might get it refilled to like a little bit, but it's gonna be it's still gonna be low, and you'll be able to quite likely beat him on your next life. Chest Valley cleared. The music and the graphics and the controls and stuff are pretty good. This is definitely a playable game. Train to Hell, that is a very appropriate name for this level, because it is a pain in the ass. These enemies just keep coming at you, these dinosaurs and pterodactyls. They just do not let up. And now we got these grubs that appear. We've got another familiar. If I can ever get back up there. They just don't let up. This level's such a pain in the ass. And you can't get up there by yourself. You have to jump on the mushroom. Let's release the familiar, the dragon Wolgrum. And he just spits out flame. Yeah, those familiars are really not terribly helpful, and they disappear after a short while. Crap. Well, we're gonna scoot forward. There will sometimes be these turning gates that need to be destroyed, and the gates themselves can shoot at you. But yeah, I put on invincibility, or infinite energy at this point. There's another rotating gate thing. And then at the end of the train, you have to destroy the key, and then you've beaten the level. Train to Hell cleared. Thank God, because it really was hell. Like I had an extra life for passing 2 million. But yeah, you can see how many bullets you've got left in your current magazine on the bottom right and how many more magazines you have left. And then you face a boss called the Virus. You just have to shoot him enough. He drops bombs. I think it's funny when you get hit, you see some like binary code appear, 0, 1. But we'll scoot forward to me beating him. But yeah, learn to wail on the fire button. It really seems to help against the bosses. And they called that level Screen Combat, where I faced that virus boss. And then this is Wood of Clocks. Or English isn't, or grammar structuring isn't the greatest. And then here's another familiar, the Fairy. The game starts to get really tough at times. Well, the train to hell was pretty annoying. So bonus points for collecting those elephant heads. Kind of what it looked like. Yeah, you can definitely die by falling into the lava. There I collected a very lucrative rocking horse. We'll skip forward a little bit. And then here is the alien. And it's just this alien head that appears in 3 different places. On the left, in the middle, and then on the right. And then it repeats. You have to watch out for these spider web things that get shot at you. Sometimes if they touch you, you're frozen for a couple seconds. And you can see that I have one more magazine left and 63 bullets on my current magazine. But yeah, whenever you see a crate, blow it up and you'll likely be able to collect some more magazines. And here is the Dragon's Tower, and this level is a real pain in the ass. There, see the water there? It rises. And if you fall in the water, you die. And you get set back further in the level to start the next life. Real pain in the ass. But we're just gonna scoot forward to various parts of the level. More bees. Whenever I see like a bunch of bees, it makes me think of the really bad remake of The Wicker Man with Nicolas Cage. There's a part where he gets stung by bees and he's like, "Not the bees!" Yeah, this level's a pain in the butt. See, the water's already rising this high. But now I gotta go on this elevator. And I got the spruced up weapon. That explosive shot is super helpful. You can't bounce up to the level up there. You have to take another mushroom springboard. I like the cartoony boing sound. Ah, that stupid pendulum. If it hits you, it can knock you way the hell back. Boing. Yeah, those wizard guys are really annoying, and so are those. Get out of the way! Ah, you son of a bitch! Well, we'll scoot forward and go there to complete the Dragon's Tower. And you go back on the elevator. Now you gotta face the dragon. Well, you will eventually, but first you need to destroy 3 cocoons that sprout out little baby dragons. Yeah, this is a very unusual game, but it's very playable. It's definitely enjoyable. And there's the other cocoon. But yeah, notice that. Oops, ouch. Notice that wailing on the fire button is really helpful in this game. That this dragon can shoot a spray of fire, and it can shoot single fireballs at you. And I destroyed him. The dragon cleared. And some critter flies you away. Now this is a bonus stage. You just have to collect 100 coins for an extra life. And really you don't collect them by picking them up. They bounce around, but they're automatically counted when you release them from these flying piggy banks. And you're likely to come up just short at when it says all zeros, but a fairy usually comes down and gives you enough to equal 100, see? And there I get my extra life. It's called Flying Pigs Matanza? What the hell? This is the last level here, or the last area is Wild Land. And once that's completed, then you face the final boss. What was his name? Scrubby? Yeah, it's some of the littlest enemies. You can just bounce on their heads and get to higher areas. I really hate those stupid flowers. And then there's these spiky things here that can spit out worms, and they can knock you way the hell back when you touch them. Very annoying. And then here's one of those rotating gate things again. Just skip forward to later parts of this level. Oh, that was lucky. That guy pushed me forward onto the next platform instead of knocking me off to my death. And then here's the end of Wild Land. And we will face Scrubby. Yep. He will jump on opposite sides of you. He can drop boulders down on you. He can make grubs appear to attack you. He can make these orbs that shoot lightning at you. And he just jumps on opposite sides of you. So just keep turning around and shoot. And that's all he does. He makes the ground tilt left and right. We'll scoot forward to me beating him here. That's the end of Scrubby. The end of the... That was the crypt where he's in. I got an extra life. And here's the ending. Finally, Scrubby has been defeated. Some mad bass going on during the ending screen. Happy end. And there's the clock, whatever his name was, the cuckoo clock. Biomechanical toy staff. Well, that was Biomechanical Toy by Zeus and licensed to Gaelco in 1995. And this was suggested by YouTube user Commander QUUHOD. Very odd, but definitely playable and likable game. Don't ask me to spell some of these last names, or pronounce some of these last names. That's a Biomechanical Toy by Zeus and licensed to Gaelco in 1995. And I think both of those companies were Spanish. And now I put in my initials. I made second place on the list. That was Biomechanical Toy by Zeus and Gaelco in 1995. Well, I thank you for watching, and I will catch you later in the future with another video. Y'all have a good one, enjoy the rest of your week, and I will come up with another video in the future. See you then, folks. Bye-bye.